And here we go for game 2. Kawasan. We do have a mirror matchup. It's going to be Malay for Lewis, Malay for Barry, and Portuguese coming out for HappyTheAndy. Malay can be really devastating in sudden death settings because the cheap elephants, pretty much the same resource cost as a knight, they can absolutely devastate town centres. Or the quick up time as well can help Malay get control of these ponds early on too. Being the first one to get a fire ship out and then having access to additional fish is really good. But of course, Porto, they get wood from berries. All of their military units cost 20% less gold. And they get access to Fate Arrears as well. So they can have a really solid boom. And I would say if Lewis is in Barry's position, that would be rough. If Andy was in Barry's position, sorry. But where Andy is, look at this map, dude. Actual map packs for Andy. If you wanted to just wall, it's so easy to wall off here. You could even wall here instead of going to the pond if you wanted. But wow. Such an easy wall off. What an OP map for Andy. Great Fate Array spot. Same for Lewis on the other side. Similar story. Like, Lewis could wall here. Wall down to here. It's not as clean as Andy's, but yeah. Could also a very good corner. Barry having no such luck. He's kind of genned in the middle. Hasn't really genned to one of the sides. So yeah. We'll see how good the hybrid openings are. Typically they say hybrid maps, 4 Lakes being the prime example, shows your elo. They're hard maps. They will separate the real 1400 players from the fake 1400 players, the real 2K players from the fake 2K players, because there is just so much more going on, so much more you have to micromanage, you have to keep control of macro-wise, make sure you're not getting housed, still transition between Navy and the land military at all times. You can't just do one or the other. And it is a very, very difficult style of map to play. Some people thrive in these settings. I am not one of them. And we'll see out of these 3 players who is. Will it be Andy, the notorious Water Clan, who has already won game 1? Underdog for the set. Will it be Lewis, the young up-and-comer from the UK, who has been powerhousing his way through the ladder and was getting hero coaching today, so maybe that's going to be fresh in his mind too. Or will it be the old Argentinian Barry, who is the senior of these 2 youngsters by quite a way in both experience and age? Also has peaked higher than most of these players as well, in terms of skill, so. I mean, this is a great truth to that, Jal. Yeah, I think having hero coach of SDS is like having very coach at meta. Yeah, I did not wrong. Let me just. Cool. Alright, so it's going to be a pretty straightforward opening, I guess. I wouldn't hate to see some aggression from anyone, but it's probably not the case. It's going to be Andy and Lewis on the same pond. That means the pond to the left is going to be untouched. There's Barry's game to the right, so it'll be Barry getting a free water boom there. It's worth noting that when Barry and Lewis actually matched up, obviously Barry took the win because he didn't drop a single match. But Lewis did get a game from him. So the only other people to take a game from Barry in the entire tournament have been Darkwing, who took one from him, and also ESGB took a game from him as well. And now I guess HappyTheAndy too. But Walsome Lewis going to the pond, I like this. This is a much better approach. Like, wall to the pond. Could wall up here, would be nice. And then wall down here to the edge of the map, one front to the TC, and then you have a lot of safe area to work with. Like I said, Beery not so lucky. He's going to have this awkward house wall. He is blessed by his gold and wood being very close together. Helicopter on pad for Andy is going to come into use now. But it's so much open space, I feel like, for Beery. Of course, on Hillfort, that was last map. On Kawasan, all 5 relics spawn in the middle of the map as well. So getting early control of that could also be a pretty nice approach. We'll have to see who goes for the middle, who goes for relics, who just fish booms. Will there be a water war? Do either of these players know of each other's existence? Lewis knows of Andy. Andy does not know of Lewis. And that is very, very important. That's because Andy is at home right now trying to push deer so he can get a nice click-up time. And I feel like once he's clicked up, which he has, you should stop pushing deer. And you need to go and find out where Lewis has docked, where Beery is docked, who's on what side of you. No matter what, you're coming up against Malay. That's evident. But you have to be prepared. I'll field in for Lewis before Andy. Obviously, Malay up time, 66% faster, so... Scout immediately get plus 2 attack. And Lewis going for the lame. Laming is permitted in every form. Drawing SDS. You want to lame sheep, bull, elephants. You want to go wall on somebody's gold. Absolutely whatever you want to do, you are permitted to do. Except, of course, cheat. And yeah, immediate fires from Lewis. And yeah, this water is probably going to be lost. Beery just having to play open. Look how forward his stone is, bro. His stone is like literally in the middle of the map. This is such a bad map for Beery, honestly. I feel like maybe this wood line should have spawned like here. I feel like that's probably what's happened. And Lewis will spot the vills without loom on stone. Beery gonna wall in the low HP vill. Will live for now. Fires out. Andy makes it up. And he's going to make a demo. See, I would have tried to make fires and assume that the water's lost. But Andy, who plays water, is like, no, another fire is going to follow this. So I need to make a demo in order to be able to fight back against fires. And that is immediately what he comes to do. And that shows you the level of skill we're looking with here. Not just from Beery, not just from Lewis, but from Andy as well. It is a totally different game when you get past that 1600 threshold. And when you start hitting 17, 1800, you do play against 2k players. And Andy going to go dock the empty pond here. And Scout's going to come over and check if it's empty as well. So pretty heads-up play. That means he can actually just forgive this aggression from Lewis. With a relatively minimal investment. And say, that's fine, I can free boom on the other side. That works for me. Castle Age coming through, though, for Beery, who hasn't been fighting on water. And it'll come through very quickly. Oh. Andy's Ville has been spotted. It will be chased down by Beery's Scout as he micros in front of it. Villager not long for this world. Scout micro enough.
A new follower.
Disarray, thank you very much for the follow coming into the herd. Hope you've had a good week so far. Some lovely high tier action for your midweek though to get you through. Lewis not over investing in fires. Realised Andy hasn't added any more in himself just yet. So there's the third on the way now as he does complete his wall. So Lewis safe at home. And with control of this pond will not be transported into. On certain maps, yes. So like Haboob, Land Madness, maybe we'll see those civs come out. But oh wow, it's going to be a castle right in front of his TC just to keep it safe. He says, you know what? I don't really care yet. The stone's out there. That's not ideal, but I want to make sure my town centre is protected, and this time from the front. Oh, Lewis has docked the southern pond, and will begin to fire as well. Also, getting to drill siege is really expensive, especially in a free-for-all set and limited to one town center. So you gotta take that into consideration too. Farm's gonna come out. Now, it's hard to take a gamble here, Andy. So you could think, well, elephants could turn up really quick. So maybe I go for some cheap monks, because Porto get obviously 20% less gold cost. And that would be nice to get pretty much full upgrades. And I can defend against elephants with relative ease, with minimalistic cost to my eco. Go to a nice Imperial Age time, as both Lewis and Andy hit Castle Age, and yeah, that's what's going to happen. And then maybe go to Imperial Age Adjustment Fate Arrears. Of course, the problem with that is either of these, or even both of these Malay players, could very quickly opt into Karambits instead. And Karambits will chase monks down. They only take half pop. They have pretty good base damage. Hit points aren't too high, but Berry losing water. His Fist Beam is gone. Also adding 2 fires in and a demo to boot. Did try to go to this western pond, but Andy being annoying over here with his scout and plus 1 extra scout he made. Castle in front of his TC. Gonna try to finish his walls as well. Berry also closed up for the most part. I mean, he's technically open, but run under a castle at this point probably isn't going to help. So, yeah, I think he's fine. No player really contesting the relics yet. Andy gonna monk out. Maybe that's going to be the play. Deleted a palisade here, but Karambits are in. Conversion attempt. That's 7 damage with each hit. They get the armors for free because Malay Civ bonus. The target is helping out, but whom is it helping? Nope, it's trying to kill this Karambit that was converted. And Lewis with full water control will feel safe and secure. He's fully walled, so his eco can just fully beam away. Look at his score right now. Yeah, night and day compared to the last game. Andy maybe very prepped for Hillfort and came in with a plan and executed the plan extremely well. And it's shown he was score lead throughout a large part of that game. And held off well, but on Kawasan did manage to keep water from Lewis. Is trying to stop Berry from getting into this pond. Currently a little bit behind the curve in terms of eco as well. Yeah, that's true, Joe. Yeah, he didn't change. He wasn't like, oh, you're yellow now, I'll leave you alone. No, 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 no. Did not care. And Berry actually kicking Lewis out of this southern pond. Interesting. Lewis maybe distracted elsewhere, trying to put some elevates down. But organ guns are here. You can quick wall your villager in all you want, mate, but the piano cannon is on the scene. And as inaccurate as it is, it will eventually hit the villager. Conversion. Good delete from Lewis. Feels bad, you never want to delete a vill when you can only make 1 every 25 seconds, regardless of what you do to try and improve your economy. Monk grabbed. Oh! Berry also. And the Monk out tries to convert a villager, but another deletion from Lewis. Scout from Berry, gonna harass the Wallingville. Ooh, 3 HP is 1 attack away. But Berry not quite able to get it over the line. Second Monk. And there's gonna be a caster off from Berry, I think so. It seems to be his go-to at the moment. And he's gonna again try to caster drop Andy. I don't know how I feel about that. I know Berry likes to be aggressive, and it worked tremendously well for him throughout the group stages, but, I mean, Lewis is fully walled, eco largely untouched, TC very protected, Andy fully walled. I know he's open here right now, but he's got organs on the field, he's got scouts on the field, like, castle to defend. I think Berry needs to make sure that his own economy is running, because he's going to fall behind a little bit from these other 2 players, I feel like. And yeah, Karambits, they will get completely butchered by organs. Castle going up. I would have liked it in the middle. This doesn't protect you from Lewis in any way. And I know Andy's the one with the win on the board right now. But take the hill advantage. Give yourself access to the berries. Get some more food income. Stop pumping out those Karambits, maybe. I don't know. secure the other 2 relics as well with the castle. And they already locked 3 of them down out to the 5. I love this from Lewis. Just building elevids all over the place. Yeah, he's got Town Watch. Town Patrol as well, maybe. Jeez. Vision on those things. Fires pop out from Beery, and he will get alerted. Whilst that's happening, Barry is still fighting with Lewis. One of his fires not involved, though. Too low HP to be involved. Andy gonna stonewall more forward here. Try to stop that castle creep from happening, suspecting that might be the play. And Karambits from Lewis also entering the field now. Lewis got archers, got Karambits, got a monk grabbing the last 2 relics. Castle to secure the southern side of his map. I like this approach from Lewis this game. He's been a lot more conservative. He hasn't just thought, oh, I can conquer dunk my way to victory. He's just been like, you know what? I've got my eco rolling. I've won the ponds. I'm ahead. Look at the score. He's quite happy to just extend that lead gradually. He isn't trying to force control too much of the map at once. No, I can just play it a bit more methodically. Take a breath going into this one. And Barry is getting this western pond. Oh, villager has stopped working. She needs to get back to it. Castle drop is happening. No fletching, no bodkin. But Imperial Age is in, so Andy won't really care too much about that castle because the Trebuchet will soon come out of it, I assume. He should cancel at least one of those organs and start making Trebs. Immediate Fateria at the back for Andy. Takes up 20 pop space, but wow. I like this from Lewis. Watchtower on the one line, stone walls behind it. The problem is hitting him first, it does give you access to trebuchets, it does give you access to Fatal Rays, but it does also put an ever-growing target on your back. You're already the only player with 1 win only in this particular set. And on top of that, you're now the only player in Imperial Age. Absolutely no reason for these 2 other players not to come and try focus you down. And look at the map. It is definitely turning orange and blue. I like the palisades. That just to try and like route the Karambits towards the castle. And yeah, well now stone wall behind. Yeah, it's just trying to stop the Karambits running into the eco. Lycap coming out. Crossbows forward. Lewis looking if he can find some damage. He will find a couple of exposed villages here. Barry reacted quicker than Lewis has, though. Lewis not yet noticed. Gonna walk into the castle fire. It's 2 villas for his trouble, but is it enough? Got villas fighting targets. Petards coming out from Lewis. Desperately looking for a way in. And I like that he's going to petard in. But again, it's going to be archers into organs at that point. Imperial Age arrives for Beery. So it's just Lewis yet to arrive. He's 50% of the way there. Will not be much longer now. And the score will inflate even more above the other 2, I'm sure, when that happens. But Beery will now have access to Trebs of his own. Of course, Portuguese can also make bombard cannons. I haven't seen chemistry come in yet. That doesn't mean it hasn't, though. Chemistry has come in, but by the looks of that trebuchet fire. And BBC an option for Malay as well. But Imperial Age rise to Lewis. And now this is a problem for Andy because, like I've already mentioned, he is the target. He may be bottom score, but he's not bottom scorer on the scoreboard. Now, there is an argument for either Lewis or Berry to reenact what happened in Game 1. and go for a TC snipe. Berry is very exposed still. He could be petarded into. And this would die very quickly. A couple of Karambits, 3 Trebs, TC dead. Same applies to Lewis, but he has a castle here, he's got a castle here. His map control is much better. He's definitely aligned himself in a way where he's less susceptible to being damaged. Look at the fish boom from Lewis as well. Holy boy. No wonder it scores so high that my late fish boom. 80 workers from Lewis. So much more resources than anybody else on the map. That looked like a BBC shot to me. Lewis is in. He does have braces, so he's matching the range of the organs. Fate that he is! Lewis has learned. Lewis has discovered what is happening. Oh, that was devastating. And there goes the army. He did kill a good number of villages, but new Fate Tree will replace them in no time, I'm sure. Well, look at the Trebs. Beery mastering them up. There's a BBC here. There's 3 trebuchets here. Monks behind again. Being very pop efficient as a unit. We're going to try continue to focus on those. Another forward Vil being spotted by Beery here. As Lewis trying his best to build elevators all over the map. Spam this napping to support our Happy. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. Well, rest in peace, Outpost. BBC. We'll start to deal with that tower as well. I haven't seen masonry and stuff come in, but I would like to see masonry and stuff come in. Masonry, architecture, things, fortified wall, like any of the defensive techs you can get. I wonder if the other two are gonna take a jab at each other. I don't know why they would, but they definitely could. Oh, BBC will deal with organs. I think what Andy needs is about 80 Hussar, and he just does not have the food income for it. He's got Trebs to the left, Trebs coming to the right. TC is down from 1 volley though. And Andy taken care of promptly. 37 minutes, Berry gets the kill. Said, nope, we're not letting you get 2 on the board, mate. 1 was more than enough. Okay. Now, the face-off. Karambits and Siege Towers. If anyone was going to Siege Tower, it was going to be Beery. He will not disappoint. And transports from Lewis. So both players looking for a sneaky way to get to the other's TC. But Arbs versus Karambits, I'm definitely siding with the Arbalaster. Castle number 4 for Lewis coming up at home. It'll be really difficult for Berry to get to this TC. I actually think I would like the castles a bit more forward at this point. An extra layer of stone wall. Like, really start to solidify your position on the map. And maybe he's actually going to look to do a castle drop. He's holding on enough stone to do it. Bills are coming into the transports. Trebs are firing away. This castle will not be long for this world with, what is 6 Trebs? 5 trebuchets firing away. Pretty instant conversion by Berry, but yeah, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Oh, 1 Treb does get picked off. But Trebs give so much vision because they have 16 range. And yeah, when you see the Vils coming forward, you know it's probably GG. Lewis, all set to take game number 2. BBC is going to try and defend. Ville's here as well. That's Trebuchet, one more shot, and it will die. The BBC dies as well, though. And the other Trebs are also focusing the same one, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Caster drop as well from Lewis. At this point, yeah, we say no GG, give it to TC, but Barry calls this one, realizes there's absolutely no hope, and Lewis, first one to wall up, gets his eco rolling, and then solidifies his position on the map, and then methodically takes game number 2.